St. Louis-style ribs, a classic smoker delight. Ribs are one of the quintessential meats for smoking, and among the various cuts available, St. Louis-style ribs are a classic favorite, named after the city they originated from. These ribs are a staple in American barbecue and a true delight for any meat lover. What are St. Louis-style ribs? St. Louis-style ribs are a type of pork ribs that are cut from the belly area of the pig. The ribs are trimmed to remove the cartilage and rib tips, resulting in a rectangular shape with even thickness. The St. Louis cut is similar to the spare rib cut, but with a cleaner, more consistent shape that makes them easier to cook and present. St. Louis-style ribs are typically seasoned with a dry rub made of a blend of spices like paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. Try any of the meat church rubs, they are the best on the market. They are then smoked. I use the Traeger pellet grill, at low and slow, to achieve that tender, smoky flavor that is characteristic of barbecue. How to make St. Louis-style ribs. To make St. Louis-style ribs, you will need a few key ingredients and equipment. St. Louis-style ribs, dry rub seasoning, smoker or grill, wood chips or pellets for smoking. Preparing the ribs. The first step in making St. Louis-style ribs is to prepare the ribs themselves. Start by removing the membrane from the back of the ribs, which can be tough and chewy. This can be done by loosening the membrane with a knife or a butter knife and then pulling it off with a paper towel. Seasoning the ribs. Next, apply a dry rub seasoning generously to both sides of the ribs. The rub can be a pre-made blend or a homemade mixture of your favorite spices. The rub helps to add flavor and a crust to the ribs as they cook. Smoking the ribs. To smoke the ribs, set up your Traeger with indirect heat. Maintain a temperature of 225 degrees Fahrenheit to 250 degrees Fahrenheit and add your preferred type of wood chips or pellets to the smoker box or directly to the coals. Place the ribs on the grill grates, bone side down, and smoke for about 3 hours. After 3 hours, remove the ribs and wrap them tightly in aluminum foil. This helps to tenderize the meat and prevent it from drying out. Return the ribs to the Traeger and continue smoking for an additional 2 hours. During this time, you can baste the ribs with your favorite barbecue sauce, or a mixture of apple cider vinegar and apple juice, for added flavor. Finishing the ribs. After 5 hours of smoking, remove the ribs from the foil and place them back on the grill grates, bone side down. Smoke for an additional 30 minutes to an hour, or until the meat is tender and the internal temperature reaches 195 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove the ribs from the grill and let them rest for about 10 minutes before slicing and serving. Serving St. Louis-style ribs. St. Louis-style ribs are best served hot and fresh off the grill. You can serve them with your favorite side dishes, like corn on the cob, baked beans, or coleslaw, and a cold beer to wash it all down. Be sure to have plenty of napkins on hand, as St. Louis-style ribs can be messy but delicious. In conclusion, St. Louis-style ribs are a classic barbecue favorite that is loved by many. They are easy to prepare, full of flavor, and perfect for sharing with friends and family. With the right technique and a little bit of patience, you too can make delicious St. Louis-style ribs.